Vinny?
Hi, Arne. Well done tonight. How impressive a performance was that, do you feel?
Impressive, because we played against an incredible side, team that's in an unbelievable run of form, only lost once, won all the other games. So yeah, if you then can win against them, but also with the performance we had, that's very positive. But apart from everything we can say, we beat them because of a set piece. So it's nicer to talk about this if you win, because if you lose, people come up with that I try to find excuses. But a positive set piece balance is the minimum you need to get a result 9 out of 10 times, and that's what we had today.
You also won because you kept a second clean sheet on the bounce, and arguably Conor Bradley set the tone defensively for the performance as well. I just wonder then how much of a corner you feel has been turned in this season, if you can talk in that way at this moment now.
So let's be clear, we had a very bad run of form in terms of results. No excuse in the world can make up for us losing so many games. But we had to play a lot of games in a small amount of time. We have not hardly any rest in between when we then faced a team that had a lot of rest. Tonight we played against a team that played on Saturday as well. So the both of us had 2 days rest. Then it's helpful to play in a home game, because from the last 8, I think we played 6 away from home. So the fans can give you just a little bit of an extra edge if you are maybe a little bit tired. Conor was outstanding. It was very nice. Last season he was outstanding against Real Madrid, but he had to go off after 80 minutes because of an injury. And now 3 days after he played 90 minutes against Villa, he again played 90 minutes with incredible intensity against VINICIUS. I told the players before the game, they've scored 26 goals in La Liga, and Kylian Mbappe and VINICIUS have 24 goal contributions together. So if you want to have any chance of winning a game, you should defend your set piece as well, because that's the way teams score. But great individuals can score goals as well, and these two definitely can. And Conor defended very good against VINICIUS.
When you're seeing the game out as well, how much of an extra edge did the fans give you with the introduction of Trent? Because it seemed to make the atmosphere even more intense when he was introduced into the game.
No, I was impressed by the atmosphere throughout the whole 90 minutes, even before the game already. So I think the fans helped us over 90 minutes, and not only that time when Trent was on the pitch.
Did you speak to Trent as well?
Only short afterwards. I gave him a hug. I don't even exactly know what I said, but probably not a lot. But every time I will meet him, I will either give him a hug or talk to him, because he's been very special to me as a player and as a human being.
Hi Arne, Juan Joe for Francisco in Spain. What has been English? Don't worry. What have been the common points between the performance last Saturday against Aston Villa and today? And what are the strengths from the team from these two performances that you want to build from them for future matches?
The common points. I think both teams played quite similar against us. Maybe the difference was that I told the players today that I wanted them to either press really high or go to a low block, because VINICIUS and Mbappe are, for so many reasons, incredible players, but their deep runs, timing of deep runs, their pace is next level. So don't give away any space in behind, and that's what our last line did very well tonight. So a very solid defensive performance in both games. But it also helps if you are not 1 goal down or 2 goals down, because if you're 1 or 2 goals down, you need to take extra risk. You need to force much more, and if you have to force and take extra risk, then you're sometimes a bit exposed on the other side as well. But in my opinion, in general, even the games we've lost, we have hardly conceded a chance, except for the set-piece goals, of course, we conceded.
Richard.
Hi, Arne. On Alexis Mac Allister, scored against Real Madrid last year as well, so I guess that's quite a nice habit to have. But also, do you feel that after the injuries he's had at the start of the season, he's now finally back to his best?
Yeah, but I don't think he's the only one. I think I just spoke about Conor Bradley, who now, I think for the first time in a long time, played twice 90 minutes in 3 days. It's the same is to be said about Maka. I think all the players, they need a bit of time. Sometimes to adjust to the Premier League, sometimes to adjust to the limited rest we've had. And then in other leagues, I think 15 to 20 games in almost any other league, if you are a big club, or easy wins. But in the Premier League, there's never an easy win. And that is something you need to adjust to as well. So if you miss pre-season, or if you come from a different league, or if you're a bit younger, then these are things you need to adjust to. And Conor Bradley has only played 30, 40 games for us. And Maka is, after Villa and also, by the way, against Palace, where he had a decent performance, he and the team are getting fitter and fitter. And that is the first step we have to make for us to get results in again.
James.
Arne, that's two years running that you've kept Kylian Mbappe largely quiet. He looks pretty much unstoppable against everyone else. Is there something special you're doing to him? You mentioned there that you said to the players beforehand, you pointed out the stats. Is that what you have to do in terms of keeping them focused ahead of a game like a test?
And I didn't even tell them that in the Champions League he scored 2 goals against Marseille and 1 goal. He didn't score the goal against Juve, but VINICIUS was the lead up to that goal. And I think he scored 3 against Kairat Almaty. So I don't think you can ever control these two completely, but you can do a few things well. But I even saw today, so the biggest chance they got was when VINICIUS played the ball towards Bellingham, because they have more than only these two. They have all very good players. And that is difficult to control them completely, because Kylian Mbappe was more than a few times in dangerous zones. But I think we did almost the maximum you can do against these two individuals.
Ollie.
Arne, you've been asked about a number of individuals, but could I just ask you about Florian Wirtz, because he had it was a big moment to recall him, and he had a very big performance tonight as well. Do you feel like this kind of game suited him technically, or was it just a case of him playing at a high level?
I've said it many times, and I can say it one more time, but it's all up to everyone else to have a different opinion or the same opinion as I have. But if you come from a different league and you have to play every 2 days, and there are so many away games need to be played against certain style of plays, you need to adapt to that. And that goes almost for everyone, let alone for a player that's 22. And I think he's working incredibly hard to adapt as soon as he can. And he's been so unlucky throughout his career here at Liverpool, because even today he created so many chances for the team. But the goal we scored, it wasn't an assist or a goal from him. So I wouldn't even say give him a bit of time, because we gave him already that time to adapt. I played him many times for him to adapt to the Premier League, but I didn't play him every single game, because that's not what I do with almost any player, but also not with players that either missed pre-season or very young or come from a different league, and they need a little bit of time to adapt. If you have 2 days of rest after the Frankfurt game and you have to go away to Brentford, that's different probably than go away, have an away game in the Bundesliga or in the Eredivisie or in any other league in the world, because this league is the best paid league, I think, in the world. Over 20 teams. So you can understand that so many great individuals and athletes are playing here, mainly from 25 to 30. And at some teams you'll also see 22-year-olds.
Well done. Thank you.
You're welcome.